Welcome everyone for your 30-minute all levels vinyasa flow. I'm Laura with Treeni Yoga. So let's just get up on our mat and start our practice. We've got Bobby visiting today. So closing down your eyes, taking a deep breath in, holding it at the top, and exhaling. Finding your rhythm, finding your breath. Not worrying about what happened before or what you have yet to do. Inhale, hold, and release. Inhaling, letting those shoulders lower below the ears. Finding a closed eye gaze on the center of your forehead. Exhaling, letting all the air out. Finding those deep breaths. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Keeping your eyes closed or open, finding some movement around your waist. Inhaling as you circle one way. Exhale as you come back around. And one more time. And then when you get to the center, coming around to the opposite side. Inhaling for a full or just a half. Just finding those lengths and getting some movement into your spine. And then finding stillness. Arms up to the sky. And finding that twist. Knee down or coming up. And finding a wrap. Inhaling, lengthening that spine. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling, lengthen. And exhale, twist. And one more inhale. And twist. Coming back to the center. Going to the other side. Knee up or down. And finding that twist. Lengthening that spine. And then twisting deeper. One more inhale. And exhale. Coming back to center. Finding your way to all fours, rolling over. Adjusting anything as needed. And finding that cat-cow. Inhale, lowering that belly to the ground. Exhale, rounding up to the sky. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Back to the spine, to the sky. One more inhale. And exhale. Finding your way again to all fours. To your seat. And then coming up and doing a side bend. Arms straight up to the sky. Lowering that right arm to your hips. Lengthen and lower. Lengthening that spine as we grow tall and bending just as much as your body's capable. Remembering that I'm just your guide. Do what you can. Finding challenge and rest when your body needs it. One more inhale and exhale. If your legs are crossed, maybe finding your other leg in the front. Left arm down to the ground. Right arm up and bend. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, one more, and exhale, bend to the side. And then coming back to our hands and knees, and finding your way into your child's pose. Taking 3 deep breaths here, either wide leg or knees together. Take one more inhale and exhale, coming back to all fours and finding your way to your downward dog. Finding those hips up to the sky. Keeping your shoulders away from each other. Reaching that forehead and those heels to the ground. Not worrying if they get there, just doing your best. Taking up the full length of the mat, plugging those fingertips into the mat, and then finding some movement if that's what you need. Whether you're walking out that dog, barrel rolls, sides to sides, whatever feels organic for you at this moment. One more deep breath in, and exhale. Finding your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Rising all the way to the top. And inhale. Taking a couple of deep breaths here in mountain pose. Shutting down the eyes again. Coming back to your breath. If you've lost it. Remembering that you can always come to your breath. If you're in a standing pose, this is a wonderful pose. If your body needs a rest, always finding your way to child's pose if that's needed. Take another inhale and exhale. Arms to the sky and hands to your heart. Arms to the sky and folding forward. I'm going to turn so I'm facing the top of the mat so you can see me from the side. Inhale, flat back on your shins or on the ground. Exhale, right leg goes back. Staying here, a bit of a low lunge. Dropping that knee if that's accessible to you. If you have knee problems, you can keep it up. And then finding some movement if you need it. Taking a couple rounds of breath here. Keeping those shoulders out of your ears and away from each other. And on your next inhale, palms to the ground. Finding your first chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, lowering. Inhale, up dog or back bend of your choice. Exhale, down dog. Taking a breath here. Finding that good posture in your down dog. And stepping that left foot back. Inhale, exhale, meeting that foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, rising all the way to the top. And mountain pose. Inhale, raise arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back. Finding your low lunge, any movement you need on this side. Just warming up all these muscles and joints. One more inhale. And then finding your way through a flow or straight into down dog or a child's pose if that's what's needed right now. Inhale on your back bend. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And forward fold. Heel toeing your feet out just a little if you need it. Finding your way into ragdoll or just any forward fold that your body seems to want right now. Keeping with that breath. One more inhale and exhale. Rising all the way to the top. And mountain pose. Finding one more sun salutation on your own or with me, going a little bit quicker. Breaths of movement. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Going through a chaturanga or straight into down dog. Inhale on your back bend. And exhale, down dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Finding that good alignment. Reaching again those heels as far down as they'll go. Forehead reaching towards the mat. One more inhale. And exhale. Traveling to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Rising all the way to the top. And finding your mountain pose. Making any adjustments. Finding that breath. Or just straight into mountain pose, eyes open or closed. Finding some nice balance poses, starting with tree. Weight on your right leg. Lifting up that left knee and finding that tree pose. Heel of the foot, wherever it may land. It may be on the floor. It may be on your calf. Utilizing a chair if needed. Keeping that spine straight though. For more of a challenge, looking up. Finding your solid point, what's called a dristi, to keep your balance. Spreading those toes on the standing foot if needed. Just keeping that spine lifted up to the sky. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Bringing that knee, either lowering it to the ground for a break, or bringing that knee up. I'm going to turn. So keeping the spine straight, either staying here or kicking it out for a staff. Again, keeping that spine long and tall. Toes on that right foot spread. The heel on that left foot flexed. Inhale and exhale. Bringing that foot down again if you need a break, or bringing the knee up, keeping the knee up. We're going to find a twist. So left hand goes back and looking back over that left shoulder, or if it's available in your practice, grabbing that foot or toe, trying to straighten that leg, and then finding your twist. Falling, wobbling is okay. Just practicing. One more inhale, and exhale, twist. And then lowering that left foot to the ground, finding any movement needed, letting go, no worries what happened. Finding that weight on your left foot, bringing that right knee up, and then finding your tree pose. Arms wherever they may be, up like a tree. Gaze looks up, look up if you need more of a challenge. Keeping a little micro bend in that left knee, never locking it out. Arms down for a little more balance. Toes on that left foot spread. Pushing that standing leg and the foot into each other for more balance. One more inhale. And exhale. And taking a moment with your foot on the ground or coming straight into knee to nose or standing staff. Hands wherever they may be for more balance, or up if that's what you want right now. Trying to keep that, just remember to keep that spine long, knee not locked but tall. One more inhale and exhale, and then coming down or keeping that leg up and finding that twist, knee up or leg extended. Again, finding that length in the spine. trying to straighten that leg if you've got it out, and twisting back. One more inhale and exhale, and then letting go, coming back to the top of your mat, finding your mountain pose, finding any adjustments you may need, and exhale it out. Arms to the sky, raise it up, and coming down into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, finding your way to down dog through a chaturanga, child's pose, or straight into your down dog. Inhale on your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Taking a deep breath here. And exhale. Right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. And then finding a little bend. Try not to bend back, but squaring off your hips and just bending your back so the foot is almost stamping that back wall. Finding any movement that you may need and staying here, or if it's in your practice, flipping over, lowering that right leg, raising those hips and that right arm to the sky, wild leg. One more deep breath in, and exhaling, lowering that leg or arm to the mat, finding that three-legged dog, utilizing those abdominals. Inhale and exhale, stepping through, finding a crescent lunge. Keeping that back leg slightly bent, powerful though, keeping that foot reaching into the ground, trying to keep your knee in line with your second toe so you can see that big toe. One more inhale and exhale. Coming down, framing your front foot, and then I'm going to turn so you can, my back is not to you, but if you, on your mat, you just turn so that your feet are parallel to the short end of your mat. Finding an inhale, exhale, folding forward, trying to reach that crown of your head to the mat, finding a little more wider stance if that's needed, and just keeping your arms wherever they may be. You can reach to the edges or just keep them on your mat, utilizing your head to lower it down as much as you can. Practicing this every day gets you into a wider, wide-legged fold. One more inhale and exhale, and then staying here, or if it's in your practice, finding a tripod headstand, fingers forward, reaching down so that, I'll show you, so that your hands, oh, it's hard to see because I'm in all black, but your hand is like this, but back. So in a tripod. So if I'm coming from wide-legged, I'm going forward, reaching using my strength of my arms so that I don't fall onto my head, and then coming into a tripod modified crow, or trying to reach up those legs, being very careful as you reach for tripod handstand. Still working on this. Take a deep breath in wherever you're at, and then lowering down into a child's pose. Whenever you go into an inversion, when you come out, you generally want to go straight into a restful child's pose, so as you're not flinging up your head and getting lightheaded. One more inhale and exhale, and then coming back up, finding that wide-legged forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Inhale, rising all the way up. Coming down. to the back of your mat and going through a flow here. Sometimes us yoga teachers forget what we just did, so I had to bring it back into my head. Inhale here and exhale. Left leg rises to the sky, finding that bend in your knee, any movement in your hips or your heels, just trying to straighten out and keeping those hips squared and in line with the sidewall that you're pointing at. One more inhale, and then staying here or flipping over, gently lowering that left foot, wild thing, reaching those hips up to the sky. One more inhale and exhale. Lowering that arm down, three-legged dog, coming up into your crescent lunge on your left. Again, keeping that back leg slightly bent, but powerful. Keeping your arms up or in prayer. One more inhale and exhale. And then going through another vinyasa or finding your way into down dog, however you may get there. Inhaling on your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more deep breaths in. And then we're going to find our way into planks. That's our peak pose for today. Both side planks, but we're going to go through a regular plank. So on your next inhale, shifting forward like you're going through a chaturanga, but staying in your plank. Scoot back. iPad's too close to me to get my whole thing. We are going to have a new place, a new location next week, so I'm very excited. I'm hoping it'll be a little more, a little better for filming. So on your next inhale, you can go down to your knees. So if you go to your right knee, turning it to the back, and for a modified knee plank. Or going straight into side plank, lifting those hips up, not dumping into the shoulder, making that arm strong, the handprint a little bit in front of your shoulder, and then for more of a challenge, coming into tree pose on your side right plank. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. And then coming down. And then lowering down this time, I'm going to turn around so I don't, to that forearm plank. Keeping the body in a line, try not to keep it up like this. Inhale and exhale. And then finding that plank, side plank on your knee, coming up if possible, or coming into a side left plank, keeping those hips rising, and finding your way into a plank tree if possible. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly lowering down and finding your way into either dolphin or just a child's pose. So dolphin pose, again, is like down dog, but on your forearms. Really good for strengthening your shoulders and also stretching them at the same time. Trying to walk as close to your mat. Inhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Coming down to your knees. Rolling over those or finding your way to your seat. Doing a seated forward fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Rounding your back if that's what you need today, or on your inhale, lengthening that spine, and then folding forward from your hips. Always inhale to lengthen that spine, and exhaling, folding forward. One more inhale, and exhale. Arms up to the sky. I'm going to readjust so you can see all that I'm doing, and rolling all the way back, grabbing that right leg wherever it may and bringing it up, finding a bit of a crunch or coming all the way down. And your hands can go anywhere on your knee, anywhere but your knee, on your legs, so that you can get more of that stretch, wherever they may be. I'm working toward my toe lock. We all have something to keep practicing for. One more inhale, and exhale, and then switch. Left leg to the sky, arms grab wherever is accessible for you, and then pull back, either head up or on the ground for more of a stretch. Trying to keep those shoulders away from the ear though. One more inhale, and exhale. Lowering that down, finding your way with your feet flat on the mat. Cross that right ankle over the left knee, and then, if accessible, clasping your hands behind your left thigh, utilizing your right elbow and pulling that left knee towards your nose. As you inhale, trying to stretch that knee back closer to your nose, and exhale. Just come into the pose. On your next inhale, lowering that left foot to the ground, bringing the right foot to the ground, left ankle over right knee, clasping those hands behind the right thigh, and if accessible, utilizing that left elbow to push back that left knee, and then pulling on your inhale, knee to your nose, and exhale, melt into the stretch. One more inhale, and exhale. Uncrossing those legs, and then finding your arms in a T, lowering your legs stacked to your right, or finding a left cross to bring that stretch just a little bit deeper. One more inhale, trying to reach those knees and keeping the shoulder blades on the ground for a deeper twist. And then on your next inhale, coming to center and finding your way to the other side, doing either stacked or cross-legged. Trying to look over that opposite shoulder, if it's okay on your neck. And then on your next inhale, bringing those knees back to center, giving yourself a bit of a hug, and then finding your way into Shavasana. Legs mat width apart, arms taking up as much space, palms up if that's okay with you. Letting go of your breathing, of your thoughts, and just watching yourself in this restful position. Staying here for at least 5 minutes if you can. And when you come out of Shavasana, just slowly bringing your awareness back to your body, and then rolling over and ending your practice. But I'll leave you here, and I hope that you can take a couple minutes for your Shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours. Namaste.